We're here in a beautiful part of New South Wales, just 20 minutes north of Newcastle. It's an area known for rolling hills and farmland, yet we're about to visit the factory of Weathertex, an Australian-owned and made cladding company, and one that I use myself. I can see some chimneys over there with smoke coming out, but all I can actually smell is wood chip and mulch. Join me now as we take a walk through this factory to see how their products are made. G'day JZ, how are you, mate?
James, good, thanks.
I'm super excited, looking forward to today to actually come through the factory and have a look and see how a product that I use myself is actually made. I can see all the smoke in the background, so obviously the factory's up and running.
It's running, but that's not smoke, James, that's steam. We're all about sustainability here at Weathertex.
Well, let's go have a look.
James, this is the start of our process, and it's a secret sauce of what we do. We take natural timber, sustainably harvest, it goes through a conversion process. So a very natural product. Literally, we're using wood chip and a little bit of wax. There's no resins, there's no glues, there's no other chemicals in our process. It's pretty much 97% timber and 3% wax. So our timber's sustainably sourced, but we use the timber that is the residue or the leftover from harvesting operations.
Right.
So it's the timber that the sawmills can't use, otherwise it'd just go to waste. It'd lie on the forest floor and rot away. So we're able to use that residue timber and convert into a premium product.
So I can see lots of buttons and controls and screens. It's sort of like a set of Doctor Who or Star Trek or something, but tell us what all of this is doing.
Yeah, look, it's not a time machine. It's a control panel that operates our mason guns and converts that wood chip into fibre, timber fibre.
So when you say it's a mason gun, what's the gun doing?
Well, it's a pressure vessel that the wood chip's going in.
Right.
It's filling up with steam, saturating that wood chip, making it more subtle, and then in a minute we'll hear a big injection of steam at nearly 1,000 psi.
Right.
And that obliterates the chips. The sudden shock of high pressure that all the timber fibres separate.
Wow.
The benefit of this type of technology is we don't have to use any chemicals or resins. In other paper manufacturing processes like paper mills and so on, they've got to use treatment processes for the wood chip to break it down into the fibres, so it's not great environmentally. Where in our case, there's no nasty chemicals, it's all natural, it's just steam pressure and wood chip. From the mason gun, the timber fibre comes over into some tanks which we mix with water. We use about 1 million litres of water a day.
Wow.
That all gets recycled back. Yeah, all our water that we use in our process, we recapture, goes through a treatment process, and then back into a natural sand aquifer.
It's like just a big mushy bowl of wheat bix.
It's a bit like, yeah, a bowl of wheat bix. The consistency's just got to be just right.
Yep.
So James, at this part of the process, we're starting to form the shape of the Weathertex product.
Okay.
So the timber fibre and water come together at the right consistency. And the wax is introduced as well and goes on this screen. We've got a vacuum system that's sucking the water out from underneath to create enough consistency that it's going through some press rollers.
Ah, so that's sort of squashing
it down. Yeah, once the product comes out of the presses, it goes through a cooling tunnel for about 40 minutes to take the temperature out. And then we stack it, ready for conversion in the next part of our process, which we'll see in a minute. So this is the end of the paint line. At this point, our guys and girls that are operating the equipment, they're doing an inspection process. So they're not just manually stacking the sheets.
It's quality control.
Yeah, it's quality control. So they're looking for defects, blemishes.
It's amazing for so much automation. but to still have the human contact. Like, it is important because then we get it on a job or, on a job of a client's project, and that one little board, you know where it's going to go, right next to the front door.
Exactly.
Or where it's going to be seen. So this is really important. Jason, it's great to be here actually at the factory now. I'm really familiar with Weathertex. I've used it on a few of my own personal projects and I spec it for clients. But tell us a little bit about the history of the business.
Sure, Weathertex over 60 years old, 97% hardwood, 3% wax. It's a sustainable product, no resins, glues, formaldehydes or silica. So a real user-friendly product for the architects and designers like yourself who wish to specify the product, but more importantly for the carpenters and builders on site cutting.
The prime products have already come, so they've got that prime finish. It's easy to paint and finish, but the natural products I actually love for all of the texture.
Yes.
You've got lots of options within the range, and I know that what's interesting is that the products are, the profiles rather, are embossed into the material when it's made. I think of it like big slabs of almost mushy wheat bix,
Yes.
and it's embossed to become the boards. It's a fantastic product because there's no waste.
We've got the woodsman profile, which you're talking about. We
Yep.
also have a rough sawn profile.
Sure.
And then we have just a smooth profile, which we prime and let the customer paint whatever colour they want.
Well, Jason, it's been great to be here, mate. I love walking through the factory. I've got to say, out of any space, there's so much machinery and things happening,
Yeah.
and yet I can't smell any sort of oil or machinery. All I can smell is like mulch. It smells like I'm in the forest.
Yes.
But also it's great for me as a designer to see the profiles and now how it's made,
Yeah.
to know it's truly sustainable. It's such a great product.
Thanks for coming. Great to see you again.